So just to see the culture, I mean, see America function that way, colors what I'm doing for one, very quickly. But another thing is that there's this entertainment of ideas. I cannot give you like a minutia of like a particular thing that I did because I was over there right off the top of my head. But I come back with my brain buzzing. The flight back from the States. Okay, usually when I'm flying over, I pretty much like go into a catatonic state and watch movies on the way in. On the way back, I find myself actually spending a lot of time just processing and thinking and trying to understand these very different ways of looking at the world. So it's not exactly an idea, it's distinct like, oh, you should make the combat stickier when you walk past an enemy. It's not that kind of thing, but rather like how you observe, how you see the world. Okay, so there's this one thing where this is an older story, but I think it's very in line with how to get your mind blown as a game designer. When we made our first game, Raven Mark, there is a mission in that game where you're supposed to save the commanders of the army. And there are these troops, leaderless troops that we designed it such that you're meant to sacrifice them. And I got an email, I think a few months in, and it was from a captain that was currently serving in Afghanistan. And he loved the game. He said that. And he said the sweetest thing. He said that surviving a mission means I can play more Raven Mark, which was really hard. I really loved that. But he was stuck in this particular mission, and I didn't understand why, because it was an easy mission. It was like an interlude mission that kind of like progressed the story. So I actually asked him like turn to turn what was he doing, and basically he was trying to save the leaderless troops before his commanders. Because if you are army captain, you save your men before you save yourself.
To his brother's disappearance.
Yeah. What did you think when you were reading that?
My heart dropped, because can you imagine living your life that way, never mind playing a game that way? Putting yourself in dangerous way. We play games to feel immortal, to feel powerful. But this is a man who has inculcated this idea that someone else's life is more important than his into the way he plays his games. And that really turned around how I treat characters in games, because no one really is a throwaway.
A walk sounds magnificent.
Every character matters. Every character has a story behind them that we just don't have the time to explore. But that doesn't mean we can't respect them. And this is so if you talk about getting influences from around the world, that one sang. That's the only way I can describe it. It sang to me to be open to ideas.
I have literal goosebumps from that story. That is that kind of thing is what reminds artists and people who care about what they do, like why they do it.
So let me get this straight, Marshall. You believe
So Brian, what are you doing here?
I do not dance.
What are we?
I'm glad that you shared that.
Yeah.
So what's going on here, Brian?
We've left kind of the combat stuff, and we've picked up a new party member.